everyone, I'm Annie.
Hi everyone, I'm Amanda.
Today we'll be looking at Lucerne Grand. So it has been a while that we have a launch in like Jurong West area.
Probably about
10 or 11 years
yeah.
to this side of the Jurong area. But this time around, we find that for Lucerne Grand, it is something worth to discuss about because it comes with quite a lot of good qualities like doorstep to MRT. We also have like Rulang Primary within the 1 kilometer. That's why we want to dive in deeper into the numbers and some of our point of view to share with you.
I feel that there are quite a lot of data that we have pulled out that you guys should know about before you make any purchase here also.
So without further ado, today's discussion, we will be touching on lakefront residences and Caspian. Why? Because later on when we show you the mapping, you will know they are coming in at the same locale, holding the same positioning, and we want to look into the numbers because direct neighbours and having a longer history, they do tell you things that we should be looking out at.
Quite an interesting story, so please stay tuned.
Then, of course, we also want to understand because given this location, we have not seen the actual site map of Lucerne Grand yet. So, before it's being firmed up, what we potentially foresee is that there will be a difference in terms of the facing because the MRT track is running very near to the land plot. Therefore, we want to look at numbers logically, whether the less preferred facing will pull down overall project profitability. And of course, we also want to touch on to affordability gap because looking at this area, Jurong West, this is probably not like one of those Hougang, Clementi, Punggol, where you are packed with upgraders, or Toa Payoh area, Ang Mo Kio area, $1 million flat upgraders. So we also really want to look at the numbers to understand today if I were to buy into Lucerne Grand, who will I sell to?
Can anybody afford to even buy from us moving forward?
And then of course for the last part, we'll be covering on the rental yield, which is very important for all investment you need. So without further ado, let's start. First of all, probably we will first understand where exactly Lucerne Grand going to be. Taking a look here, Amanda, this is the exact land plot for Lucerne Grand. And if I were to zoom in a bit for you, you will realize something. It's going to be doorstep to the MRT station, Lakeside MRT station. It has been 11 years before we can see anything like that happening because previously the older batch are like Caspian, Lakefront, and then opposite them, Lakeview and all that coming up. So over here, two very important highlight. One, developer is City Development Limited, which is what we call the CDL, very reputable developer all these years lah. Next thing is tapping onto the school zoning because you can see Rulang Primary is here within the 1 kilometer, and even if Rulang is too popular, you can't get in.
There are a few other
you
very
still
good
have
schools.
other choices to look at like Suchin Primary. So in this area, Jurong West is also considered a very mature area. You'll be able to see this Hongkar Point within nearby area. You have your Taman Jurong CC in this area as well as you have a food center and market just around the corner. But what's more important here is the whole rejuvenization of the Jurong Lake area, which later on I'm going to touch on a bit more. So at least if you are someone who is staying in Jurong already, or you are not someone familiar with Jurong, you understand what's going to be happening here in the next phases, 10 years, 20 years, what are you expecting? And of course, Lucerne Grand itself is going to be a mixed development, meaning we will have shops, supermarket at our ground floor level, directly linked to the MRT, and then upstairs we're going to have condos. So over here, what are we expecting? We will be expecting 2-bedroom all the way to the 4-bedroom premium. In terms of the exact sizes, layout types, we have not received it yet at this point of time. If we are able to come in time, we may do another floor plan analysis, which I feel is very important for this development. Later, as you listen on, you will understand why I say so. Estimated sizes, as you can see, generally the 2, 3, you realize something, Amanda, they are starting at smaller sizes. Even our 4-bedroom starts at 1140. So this is something we want to highlight again. This is not the first time, but to let you know, in each area where the first harmonized project comes, it always bring a reset of price tag. This is something we are expecting also. Later we'll show you the numbers. Let me open up the mapping slightly broader and have a quick summary for you. Now, what we are looking at is the Jurong Lake District area.
There's quite a bit of transformation for now, all the way moving to the next few years in Jurong.
So probably for you who is on the screen now, what you have heard is so many years ago, people already started talking about second CBD.
Yes.
Yes. And we speak to a lot of people on the ground. Out of 10 people we speak to, probably only 3 will know what's exactly happening.
Correct.
Yes. All right, that's why I want to bring it to you. Over here, what you are expecting at this moment of time, what you see here is the Jurong Lake. But the whole transformation also spreads to this area. So Jurong West as well as the Jurong East, together it forms up the Jurong Lake District Transformation. So over here, you can see the MRT station, Lakeside towards Chinese Garden. One station. In between, what is going to happen? You're going to see a new science center in this area. And right beside Chinese Garden MRT on the red plot, you are expecting our future tourism development. If you just Google, go online, go and see, it's a massive change on this side. The small little part that we are talking about is our Chinese Garden, Japanese Garden, Lakeside Garden. This is the one that undergoes rejuvenization and it pumps into the lifestyle of this area. Then, of course, we will have directly beside here the Jurong East area. Probably the last round you have heard about is the record-breaking price of
Jayden,
yes,
2,800.
the talk of the town. So why is it so? Is basically, let me summarize it for you. This is going to be our central business area in this Jurong region. Development of the hospital, and then you have all the business city coming up, the perennial business city. And as well as over here, we're going to pump in 3 land plots of Whiteside. So as we all understand now, Whiteside means what? You can comprise of anything. It can be business, it can be office, it can be retail, it can be condo, it can even be a hotel. So example of Whitesides will be like probably our South Beach residences, Marina One residences. They are good examples of Whitesides developments. So over here, this is where there will be an immediate change you will be able to see in the next 5 to 10 years and very prominent because we're going to have the new MRT station. So increase of connectivity. All these fall together one picture. And that's why Jayden, somewhere around this center area here, right at the heart of it, have already commanded a high price 3 years ago.
3 years ago, to command at about $2,800 PSF is quite scary, non-harmonized.
Later, we'll go more into the numbers. So, of course, just now what we have been talking about for the past 2-3 minutes is only the Jurong Lake District. So, when we look at Jurong, it's a huge transformation because beyond that, together is the Jurong Innovation District as well as our Tengah New Town. How it links together. Just now you able to understand the JID. Potentially it's going to create about 100,000 jobs, new jobs when it fully forms. Are there going to be new houses? Yes, 20,000. So when we look at this, Amanda, 1,000 is to 20,000. Do you feel it's sufficient?
To me, I feel not lah.
Look at the numbers, it's not enough. 5:1. Then next thing is right beside we have the Jurong Innovation District, and that's where we are expecting about 95,000 job creation. And these people, they are what? They are like future industrial needs. You already see big guys like Siemens, A-Stars, all these. They are into engineering, into robotics and all that. They are already in there. And do you know we have an NTU faculty inside? This is where, if you're watching, you got to take note. You see, these 95,000 is not just normal people. They are people who are specialized. They have a certain niche skill set. And this talent pipeline is about 33,000 we are expecting they are undergrads or postgrad. So this is where we see what? A newer generation. Old money, new money. So the new money are coming into this area.
Quite a lot.
So together, I want you to visualize. When you look at total about 200,000 job creation, 20,000 new home, Amanda, now is definitely not enough. And that is the reason why government built what? Tengah New Town. This is happening because they are the planner. Already foresee the demand, they actually have a new town being built. But however, we still want to show you the number. Given Tengah New Town, total we have about 42,000 units and public housing stands 30,000. Private will be including ECs also. Now the latest ruling, we need 10-year holding period. But anyway, the majority of the ECs have been launched, but we have not hit this quota yet, 12,000. So when we are looking at this, it's still not sufficient. Yeah, it's still not sufficient. So why are we sharing with you all this is because you can feel what is really happening in this Jurong area.
Because last time is a lot of, to be very honest, a few years back, everyone is talking about the whole Jurong innovation, what's going to be happening moving forward. But to be very truthful, I think that 2026 and onwards is where we really can see things really start forming by the government. Moving forward, I think let's address the elephant in the room. Because
the elephant.
One of the biggest common problems when we talk to our clients is always they ask us, say, Amanda, actually, can I really buy MRT facing units?
What do you think? Can buy?
The numbers will tell a story.
Honestly, I don't like lah.
noisy.
have the MRT.
But also depends on whether the entire area, the numbers make sense, layouts. If today the MRT facing will command a slightly lower premium compared to the more premium facing, and we are budget constrained, will that be an option for us? I think that one is important for us to understand also.
True. That's why we have the numbers coming in. Come, let's go. So typically, MRT gives us a few important criteria. Number one, my daily living is affected. Noise, the noise. Number two, because I also don't feel comfortable. So when I sell, does it affect my profit margin? Because I think acceptance level, if people get to choose, may not want to choose my unit. That may be my concern. And number three, because all the MRT facing cannot sell, what if today I buy a premium facing and these MRT facing people are going to pull down
the price?
So here, we want to show you very nearby neighbours because they tell the story. Now let you have an overview first. This is where Lucerne Grand will be on our mapping. Doorstep to Lakeside MRT. And directly next to us, Lakefront Residences, Caspian. They have the same orientation whereby you see there are units that is directly facing towards the MRT track as well as the Boon-Lay Way. That is quite a big road. It's not an expressway, but it's quite a big road. So over here, we want to really understand. Today, if I look at Caspian, what can I learn from the owners that are here? We bring up the site map on the left-hand side here. That's where you see the circling out. Probably these stats are the most affected. So inside here, we also have a lot of different unit types. We want to make all the comparison as apple to apple as possible. Of course, these are all our point of view. You can do your due diligence as in like how these numbers are going to value add for your analysis. Back to Caspian, we have all the different sizes. As you can see here, even the 2-bedroom sizes is spreads quite a big size jump.
But of course, non-harmonized at that point of.
This is 20 years. This is very long ago. Let me pull out all the points which we find relevant. Number one, I want to show you the specific entry point. Because today when we look at buying Lucerne Grand, we are buying directly from developer. And we all know developer, they have different price strategy. But looking at Caspian, I want to ask you, Amanda, if today you are the developer, right, and your only 3-bedroom that is nearest to the MRT and the roadside is stack 36. That's your only one. The rest of the 3-bedder are nicely tucked in. Either they have the river facing or the premium pool facing. Would you price your MRT unit cheaper?
Of course.
That is a general thought. If I never do this case study, I will also feel the same. If I take MRT, I am expecting some discount. But take a look. These are the numbers. Now I'm taking very close comparison all across level 10. Purchase date, very near. 3rd March, 4th March.
Almost the same time.
So technically, the person who buy the last unit have the choices of all the units. The first unit have the choices of all the units. Let's take a look. Stack 36 is priced 621 per square foot. The 2 premium facing that is facing inside. Stack 8, Stack 3 is priced the same. 5, 6, 7.
But lower than the MRT facing.
So over here, can you see you have to pay a 9% PSF premium to buy a MRT facing. Therefore, this is number one that we have to take note. It doesn't mean that MRT facing will command a lower PSF. Not every developer is the same. For Lucerne Grand, we don't know yet. So let's continue. Look at the layout type. We will be thinking, why is this happening? So developers, they can do their price strategy through many ways. It's not just the PSF loading, not the peripheral loading, not the facing loading. They can also have different layout type because they work on a benefit of scale. They have many units. As long as they average out, they hit the point that they want, they are able to execute. So looking at this, river facing, we have a bigger size. Amanda, look at the layout here. So it comes with a balcony this way, and then living, dining, and then followed by a bigger kitchen at the back.
Quite big, this kitchen.
But for the MRT facing, what you're seeing here, nicely come in, you have a huge squarish dining
and dining.
living area. Then your bedrooms all tucked to one side. So looking at this, they give different characteristics. And you realize something, they don't have the balcony. So already bring down the noise level. So when you are able to have bigger space internally and you have a different experience in terms of the whole layout, that will probably make you consider whether you still want this layout. But important to us is what happened in the resale, because today we buy developer sales into Lucerne Grand. We have to understand when we sell, people come to our house and see the actual unit. So let's take a look from our neighbors' past experience. Step 3836. Just now, I took their entry point to determine where is the premium. Therefore, for my selling, I also need to take the same stacks back. She got other stacks, but I need to follow back. So over here, I cannot get the exact date because resale, everyone is different. I can only get the nearest. And then according to the stacks, we try to look look at the range of premium. So over here, you can see clearly, first round, we are able to see a nearer time frame is probably 2011, their first batch of subsales. And from the subsales, we are able to see quite clearly Stack 36, which is the only MRT facing, despite premium, their PSF command is lower.
Slightly lower.
In terms of the resale market. And also in 2012, looking back, same, 7th floor, 8th floor, MRT facing commands a slightly weaker PSF level. But the key here is despite they pay a premium on launch. Over here, 8 to 13% premium was commanded over the river facing unit. Then let's take a look at the 2-bedroom. We are able to pull out more units for you to see. So for Cashmere, the way the developer arranged out the unit, Amanda, is quite clear-cut one. So you do have one row of 2-bedroom units that is facing the road and the MRT. Then you have 4 more stacks that is facing towards the river. So over here, we want to take same date again. At least we can see what kind of premium. So over here, 4th March, you can see both level 7. So for stack 24, which is the MR facing, commands 546. And then the river facing stack 7, on this side, command a 580. So over here, we saw a premium of 6.2%. Then Manda, during 1 month ago, 18th of Feb, I also able to pull out during the first phase, the first launch. Here, stack 19, which is the nearest to the MRT as well. The price is 570. And then the river facing, concurrently on the same day, stack 4 is 594. So there is a 4.2% premium being commanded. Amanda, do you see something funny here? Can I say if on the 18th itself, you come in, you can choose this. Also, you can choose this lah, because this guy only buy on the 4th of March. So how come people are willing to pay stack 19 at a higher price compared to stack 24?
To be very honest, I think at that point of time, they don't know. No analysis was done because in terms of pulling out this kind of prices at that point of time in 2009, I'm not quite sure whether there were any value adding at that point.
I think 2009, I'm not an agent yet.
Me neither.
So I don't know how do they function. But honestly, Amanda, in today's market, I still see clients that attends to a launch just with a paper and their best selected unit. Maybe they like certain number, maybe they like a certain facing, certain level. They put it as their choices and that's it.
Don't know whether they even understand the price points, how developers price their premium.
No comparison is ready for them to do matching. No floor-to-floor loading to understand whether they are overpaying a premium. So today, if you're someone still like that, attending, don't.
Scary.
Today, everything is tech savvy. We make use of tech. We are able to instantaneously pull out where is the cheapest unit, is the most expensive premium, in between spread across how many stacks, what is the per square foot premium you are paying. So all this is very clear before you even proceed to book. And you are able to spot units even outside your original plan, especially if you are investing or making a capital growth is very important for you in the coming years, then this is a must-have during launch for unit selection. Come, let's move on. So over here, we have already covered. Just now we saw a slight premium 4 and 6. Let's take a look at the layout. If let's say river command a premium, then I also want to know what kind of layout. Honestly, 4% premium very low.
It's very low. Nowadays, it goes up very high. You can see that the price difference, different blocks can be up to 60k, 70,000.
So if let's say 4% premium, then who's going to buy the MRT facing? Right? But developer, very smart one. Like just now we said, they also can do around with their layout. You take a look at this. This is the MRT facing one. This is a 2-bedroom plus study. River facing, got study or not? Don't have. Or is this one? 936. This one pre-harmonized. Last time their layout got bay window. This one is a very nice one. So over here, one thing you realize, both are the 2-bedroom collection. But honestly, which layout? If today we don't see facing first, don't see, cannot see, like you never see anything. Which layout will you prefer?
I will go for the left one, 1001.
This is like proper full layout with a huge master. You have a huge bedroom too, and then you have a proper study that acts like a mini bedroom.
And every room got bay window. Last time, a lot of homeowners like the bay window.
Not like they don't have a choice.
That's true.
They don't have a choice. Not like today I got harmonized all this. Then you can choose. So if we are just purely looking at layout, then of course the preference will be Type C one. Therefore, even with the slight command of premium, you realize something. The entry price could work very similar range. Now next thing, most important, exit. When it comes to exit, then how? Because this one both got value. One floor plan good, then about the same price. First that face MRT, right? Then we need to see the exit very carefully. So over here, 2010 is probably the first line we can do a a comparison, Amanda. If we are looking at this, 15th floor, 16th floor, one is MRT, one is river facing. My MRT is actually commanding slightly higher. So layout does matter. And when we earn money, it's per square foot. So we buy at a discount. And then after that, even though we don't command a premium, but we grow accordingly, we still win by per square foot, win by size. Next thing, here, 21-1, June and August also very near lah, huh? So over here, you take a look. This time round, the river facing command way higher. So you know our resale market is like that. Who decide? Not developer decide. So the problem is each individual owner, they decide to let go or not. Each individual buyer decide whether they want to buy or not. So if you also have a dilemma between resale and new launch, any point of time, contact me and Amanda. We will run through with you. Next, 1-1 and 1-2. This one slight gap, but if you see, it's only 4 months apart. But why I still want to highlight to you, because it's the same floor. So same floor, I think it's a good comparison. Over here, I will want to take this as like my closest visualization of my exit, Amanda. Here, I see river facing command over the MRT facing, despite having a proper layout. So overall, let's just give you a sum up. It's about 9 to 11% premium for the river facing. So same thing, 7 and 24. This one I'll go a bit faster. 724, year 2011, first line of exit. You do see a command of premium at the river facing, stack 7. Then here also same, 2012, 1 year later, we still see a command of premium at stack 7, which is river facing. And then same thing, 2012, same thing we see here, stack 7, command, a slight premium. Over here is 8 to 9% premium. So you see just now, remember the first page, we tell you the entry is different. If you have the proper analysis, you wouldn't even want to consider paying same facing and then I pay more. So this one also affect your exit. Of course, above what we have discussed about is regards to if today I have to pay a premium to enter the river facing or pool facing, how much I should be careful of. But it doesn't mean the non-premium facing
will not earn money.
Because these I pull out accordingly. Just now we did all the sizes. This is stack 24. All the people, they are making very healthy profit over the years. It's just what we need to take note of. And then next to it is lakefront. So lakefront, just now I go very detailed already. Lakefront, I will go a bit fast. Today, lakefront, we only want to pull out the 3-bedroom units because you can see here majority yellow color is our 3-bedder. So it gives a more accurate analysis. Entry points of the lakefront residences. This time round, here is facing towards the Boon Lay Way.
The MRT.
This one is the river coming in. So over here, 9 December 0504, 995 per square foot. 7 December 0503, 974 per square foot. You can see about the same range. On the same timing range, I cannot get exactly the same day, a few days apart. 29 November, premium facing is sold first at 1008 per square foot from the developer. So Amanda, for this lakefront, I find something very beneficial because it only command a 1 to 3% premium for the river facing. And when I look at their exit, I'm sorry, this time around I have to cover here a bit because I'm pulling up more recent transactions. And just to protect in, let's just take a stack without considering the level. So over here, the 2024 transaction, a nearer date, stack 4, stack 12, we do see that they command about the same. So it doesn't pull down, doesn't pull up also.
Both will help each other in their own ways.
Then 2021, whereby we have 3, 4 and 12 around the same time, and we see the same thing flowing. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 2. So technically, I would say when we are looking at this, is there a premium for river facing? Yes, but very slight. 4 to 6 is about the same as you enter the unit.
I think end day is whether the premium is worth it to be paid for.
Because typically when we want to choose the best of the best, the immediate concern is, am I overpaying? That is why we want to go so in depth to let you see your entry at developer level, your exit, how is the resale buyer behaving in this area. But of course, coming back to that, most importantly is still what you want to achieve in your property goal. Not as in today, but 5 years, 8 years, 10 years later.
15 years down the road.
So feel free to scan for us. Our numbers are also here. Just reach out to us for a clear understanding about your own planning.
So moving forward, what we're going to touch on is any MRT facing, will it fetch a good price?
No. That is the comment. Sorry, I at this moment, the past 1 minute, I was not an agent. I mean, just general reaction is like that.
Because we also want to understand, will MRT facing lose us money when there are different facings in the project? Buying into the MRT facing, how safe will we be moving forward? So there are some numbers that we want to understand also. So what we're going to take in terms of where Lucerne Grand is similar attributes of another location, how the different developments have been performing throughout the years. So when we take Lucerne Grand, you see that we have the schools below us. This is the actual site, Yuanqing Secondary over here, and surrounding MRT.
MRT, yes.
Sorry, HDB. Yes, and then we have our private, the older private beside us. So when we look at Queenstown, similar attributes whereby Queenstown MRT is here. What do you see over here? Commonwealth Towers, Queen's Peak. We have a school surrounding, also HDB.
Very similar.
So we want to understand a bit further, how does the MRT facing and the non-MRT facing, what are resale buyers willing to pay? So let's take Queen's Peak, 2-bedroom for example. You see the green one over here will be the non-MRT facing. Blue one over here, it is directly facing Queenstown MRT. So in 2026, we are taking transactions that are nearer to the current time frame. So 28th of Jan, you can see that the MRT facing over here, resale buyers are willing to pay for $1.6 million. But for the non-MRT facing, which is the slightly premium facing, look at how much resale buyers are willing to pay.
70K more.
About a 70K difference. But one thing to take note, overall profitability of the project is actually 100%. Buyers actually losing money when buying into MRT facing. Let's take a few more examples to bring about this point. So Queen's Peak 3-bedroom MRT facing versus non-MRT facing. You can see in 2026 January and February period, the resale buyers are willing to pay a difference of 13%. So what does this actually tell you, Annie? Do you see something?
Yeah, this one actually no difference there. Because 3-bedroom and the price is like overall 2.3 million.
This is for Queen's Peak. Moving forward to Commonwealth Towers, same thing. MRT facing versus non-MRT facing. Look at how much is the difference only. If today you have a choice to buy into MRT facing or premium facing around the same period, you can see that actually the MRT facing commands a higher price than the non-MRT facing. So same thing, 100% profitability in terms of the overall project sale. So what does this tell us?
That means,
Can I buy into the MRT facing?
because if what has been done like that, by right, we think that the MRT facing should be pulling down the transaction because people may not be willing to pay more. I wouldn't say to pay more, to pay up to what the sellers are commanding. But in this scenario, I believe it is doable. It doesn't really pull down the overall pricing.
So I feel that, and there, is it really so much of the pricing, or in terms of should we explore more towards the entry and exit points? Will that make a big difference? That one we can understand a little bit further moving forward. But this is one thing, the premium actually very little if we take into comparison. Just now we look back at the Jurong area also, same thing the premium is not very high. So actually moving forward, when we understand the price differences, how do MRT facing and non-MRT facing premium performs? The next question I want to ask you, Annie, is this: who will actually buy from us in the future should we enter into Lucerne Grand now? Because the problem is surrounding, we have a lot of HDB, but is the HDB new or old? Slightly older ones.
Jurong West, the typical concept people have, who are the resale condo buyers? HDB upgraders, that is typical concept. But now I think Amanda is going to show us more, because honestly, if we are looking at immediate vicinity, it's a bit worrying. There is a gap between like what is commanding for the HDBs here and whether they are going to match our future
selling price. I think that one is the key thing. So one of the biggest misconception, as we have touched on, is actually Jurong only got HDB upgraders purchasing the private properties. But is that really true? So if we take a look at the previous launches that have launched in 2023 to 2024, like Jayden, Sora, Lake Garden Residences, you can see, I want you to take note over here. Who are the people buying into the projects? For Jayden, 61% of the buyers come from the private market.
I know what, Jayden expensive.
2008, PSF. So Sora, half 55 from the HDB market, but you can see a fair share of buyers are also coming in from the private market. Lake Garden Residences, same thing, 53% coming from the private market. So is it really true that projects in the West, only buyers who are upgrading in the West are coming in, actually not necessarily true.
It's a very healthy spread.
Very,
Majority
very.
are private owners.
Private
maybe looking
owners.
at investment for smaller unit or second unit. Or maybe, EC upgraded all this.
We will touch on that later. So now we are looking only at the new. We want to take a look also at the resale. How is it performing moving forward? But when we take a look at the new, in terms of how have the prices been performing for
yes.
these projects, for Jaden, over here you can see that the highest sale has hit a very scary
3.7 million.
3.7 in quantum, 2,832 PSF. Scary
Very scary.
Sarah, same thing. 2,581. Lake Garden Residences, 2,556. Comparing to what you have shared with us earlier with Caspian and all that, looking at the PSF of $500 over dollar plus $600 plus, why are people still willing to buy into these projects at this kind of PSF? I think it's something that good for us to understand lah. Same thing, resale. Centuries J Gateway, also in the West, slightly
Yes.
older. You can see the spread amongst the buyers coming in. The numbers are very fair in terms of private, 40% of buyers, 50% of private buyers are moving into the newer developments, the resale developments. And Centuries is already 26-year-old project. Same thing in terms of price points. You can see that Quantum also have already hit 2.4 million, 2.95 million even in J Gateway. So what does this tell us when we put everything side by side? You can see that the number of private and HDB buyers is actually quite equal, I would say.
50-50.
About 50-50 lah.
And honestly, this area, today, let's say we look at 2026 is the launch. By the time we collect our key, should be about
2030?
And by then, you can see already a lot have changed. Like probably the whole of the tourism board area.
The Chinese
MRT.
Garden area.
That side also fully transformed already. Probably the landed or, Jurong also got landed, right? Telah Bahala, now this. So probably the landed owners may want to have a change of environment, change to a newer condo, enjoy the lifestyle that's
Right
around
size,
the Lake Garden. Or maybe upgraders, like some of the development here are very old already. Maybe they can swap into the newer condo.
So that's actually moving forward. Whether the price will make sense for Lucerne, I think this one, once we have more data, we will also touch on if it's in time.
So just now, whatever you share with me, there is a 50-50 lah, but still got 50% is HDB leh. Then immediately in this vicinity, I still see the gap .
The gap is actually quite scary, right? 50%, which means that it's like a risk, like a gamble.
So who's going to buy from me? Today, if I were to put my money in, these are the things I will immediately think about.
Who are the people that are going to buy from us in the future? Can HDB owners in the immediate vicinity around the West actually afford what we're going to?
I think a bit difficult.
Not easy.
Looking at the
Okay.
prices lah.
But what we also want to understand, what do we know that is coming up that the government have already set in place around the West to actually ensure that still got chance one actually. The prices is priced well. Because when you see earlier on when we spoke about the Tengah got how many units that are going to progressively MOP.
Yes. Many of our friends move in already. The first batch one.
So you can see that in terms of when they will MOP, it is around the range of 2028 all the way up to 2030, 2031, even progressively, and 2032, which also coincides with when Lucerne is going to TOP most likely. So do you think that we only have HDB upgraders? Actually no, there's still another pool of people that we haven't spoke about.
Who? Wow. Hey, Bukit Batok is our neighbour. Immediate
Yeah.
neighbour. When you look at the mapping, just up a bit is Bukit Batok.
And all these EC prices, they did quite well and 100% sold out.
Very strong. All these sales were very strong during their launch.
Only in these 5 EC launches, we can see that their MOP year is in between 2030 to 2023. So as an EC owner, what will be their next thought once they are able to exit the EC?
We are on the ground a lot. I'm also a EC owner for first time. There are a lot of choice. We can do investment as well as a homestay. That
Let's
means
see.
1 become 2. We can also upgrade to a newer environment. I mean swapping to refresh the growth again. There's a lot of
So as
things that we
for
can
yourself,
do.
you have kids, you have a family, the next thing that you did was to upgrade into a bigger private unit space when you can. So together, these 5 projects form another pool of potential buyers that will be able to afford from you in the future.
Wow.
Depending on what the numbers are. So to sum up a little bit, will there be buyers that can buy from us in the future.
Yes.
As of now, we know that it is yes.
Now I'm
but
clearer.
how many of them will be coming in, all that progressively, we will have to see how the market does also, I believe. So Lucerne Grand, when is the target preview? It will be around the mid-September 2026. You can contact us if you want to go and take a look at the show flat to see what is the difference of Lucerne Grand, because it's 10 years already compared to Lucerne's neighbouring projects. What has changed? I think that one is very important for us to know.
And also, Amanda, it's like if let's say you are exploring, we wouldn't say 100% you are buying. Let's say you are exploring any new launch, it's always good to have a coffee with us way before the launch, because we just finished Lentor Garden launch, right? The price was amazing.
The price is damn good leh.
We have met a few, I would say, our viewer but they were not ready to proceed because they still have a property on hand. So I think apart from all these numbers, products, how we analyze, that is actually a part 2. Part 1 is always your asset planning.
Because a lot of people fail to realize going into the launch, especially on booking day, is very stressful.
And we have to be ready in terms of our asset planning.
So these people from the EC upgraders, HDB upgraders, and I feel that this is a point that is the key thing moving forward, where our exit is going to be. As an investor, as an own stay, we need to know will there be people buying from us. So moving forward, please do scan our QR code to come and speak with us also.
Subscribe, like, help us build our channel.
And subscribe so that the content can reach to more people who really need this. Alright, moving forward.
So after sharing so much in terms of numbers and all that, Manda, we have a lot of choices. Second half of the year, still got a lot of choices. And then some of the launches that happen in the first half of the year also still have units. Right? Is it still worth to invest in Jurong West? So this is what a lot of people will want to understand, because I can only make one choice, and that choice is very important.
And I think the next phase of harmonization, to be very honest, is going to start soon. So the prices, when we analyze for our clients, today we can buy a 3-bedroom. In the next 6 to 9 months, we may be only able to buy a 2+ study.
Like what Amanda is sharing, we also got do these market updates for you all. You can reach out to us if you need that video. Moving forward, 9 months time, Amanda mentioned size will be smaller. If we want a similar size, the quantum can easily fork out another 400 to 600,000. We do have some statistics with the projected prices, the land prices, with all the break-even price and the developer selling. What kind of quantum are we looking at? That is why we keep emphasizing for our clients to really understand what is going on. Reach out to us if you want it to be more customized. I come back to here, worth to invest or not? My answer is going to be discussed in the next few slides. So Amanda, allow me to just run through now. New versus new only. So not too much of noises. I want to show you the mapping one more time. Looking here, Lucerne Grand, right beside the MRT station. And of course, during the past 3 years, we have that 3. Now we're going to put on the map and show you. This is Lake Garden Residences. This is Sora. This is Jayden. These 3 are the 3 only launches for the past 3 years. And if I open up my radius here to 1 kilometer, something you realize about this Jurong area, the supply is very low. If I pull out them, I place them according to the distance nearest to the furthest away from my area, you can see I shuffle it to age. Technically, older condos a lot. But if you are looking at 10 years and below condo, you only have 3, 4. So now, I want to show you new versus new, your competitor, only these few people in the next few years probably. So over here, I break down a very easy number for you to digest. I pull out through the last 3 years the transaction that has been done. 2-bedroom units only. That means I exclude the funny sizes like 2+ study and all that. That one, we don't go so in depth. Let's just go to the 2-bedroom units, the smallest size starting from. So Lake Garden, 2-bedroom units, average done 2158. Highest fetch 2384. Let's change it to quantum. 1.489. Highest 1.861. Jayden, per square foot 2487. Then highest 26. Quantum wise, it goes up to 1.9. Next thing, Sora, PSF level 2156. All the way to 2507. This one, Sora, actually still got quite a number of units available. So why do I say that? It's because you have to understand, when there is more units left in the development, the chances of the developer able to push up
Raw prices.
is higher. Here, Quantum Dump 1.43, highest 1.67. So over here, I want to put these three competitors into the picture and I just do an estimation. If Lucerne Grand is gonna be at 2002, what kind of quantum am I looking at? 2004, what kind of quantum am I looking at? So if Lucerne Grand were to push out harmonized floor plan starting from 620 square feet, my lowest entry, Amanda, is 1.364, and this is lower than any one of them.
Of course, mixed D in terms of the location and how near it is to the MRT. I feel that this site is very powerful for us to understand where should our walk-away price be in the event.
Yes. So even if I were to place it to 2004, let's say we do not prefer buying like first, second, third floor kind of thing, I just give you a bit of space. 2004 per square foot, we are also below 1.5 million. Therefore, today, if you ask me, 2-bedroom investment and niche, is it worth to take a look? My answer is yes, because this quantum is gonna be a history in new launch market. And of course, like what Amanda said, these characteristics is not every development can find. So today, with a low quantum, having characteristics that is important for growth, this is definitely worth your time to explore. Then I take the 3-bedroom. So 2 and 3 common sizes. Of course, I have the data to do for 4, 5-bedroom also, but you can come to us separately. Let's take a look at the 3-bedroom. Same thing, Lake Garden, 2.1 to 2.3. Average, 2.1 million to 2.4 million. That's their 3-bedroom. That means what? Today I also very fair. I take all the 3-bedroom. That means all the smallest one. All the 3 plus study, all this, we don't put in first. Okay? Jayden, 2.3 PSF, almost 2.6 PSF. But take note of this. The quantum, because the quantum now has hit a high price of $3 million.
$3 million.
So it's what? The floor plan. Remember, pre-harmonized, your size times PSF, that becomes the big quantum. Then Sora, of course, 2.2, 2.3. You see something here, Amanda? Very narrow, very narrow. So that's why just now 2-bedroom, I got highlight. They are ongoing sales. So they still have many units, have not sell yet. We do not know end day how steep the graph can be. We don't know yet. But this is what we currently see. Then 2.2 to 2.5 million. Now, if Lucerne Grand have the compact 3-bedroom that comes at 2,002 per square foot, today our entry price is 1.9 million plus. So given the statistics here, we are way below.
I think one key thing is the gap of the price points in quantum.
Yes. So when I do another math for you, Amanda, if I pack it to 2.4 per square foot, your overall quantum is still lower than
Everybody else to be honest.
So to me, 3-bedroom, worth your time to consider seriously, because homestayer, we want to look for a nice place to stay, convenience. I still want growth. Then keeping your entry quantum in check is very important. Why? Singapore, majority of the buyer, majority, not say everyone, majority, we are still very careful about our affordability. So coming in at a sweeter quantum allows you to path your exit easily. So far above that we have shared, whether it's worth or not to invest in, final decision is always yours. What we want to do is to bring out the important key points for you to understand. Despite whatever we have shared, above is only a projection because we base on past transaction to give us a reference. However, there is a lot of consideration that we need to do before we even pen down that unit during the launch. Things like unit facing premium, it may be different from what we study because when CDL come out with the price tag, we don't know how it is going to be. Number one, per floor loading, and we are not short block, quite a tall block. Would there be any elevation jump? Is there anything I should take note about? Sizes, layout. Now we haven't seen the exact size versus the exact layout and where they're going to place it
and how do we compare.
So all this, right, we are showing you what are being done, but in order to know how to choose accordingly to Lucerne Grand, we have to be in personal touch. So feel free to contact me or Amanda because this is very personalized. Why? End day, everyone's personal property goal is very different. So why are we sharing all this? It's just to let you understand if you are someone seriously considering Lucerne Grand as your potential upgrade investment, we want to let you know that there is so much more to consider about.
And of course, what are the key things to take note, and more importantly, how do you move forward from here? What are your other options moving forward? All these to each its own because everyone's needs is different, I feel.
Then till the next video, we'll see you again.
We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.